Hi, in this video I will guide you through the basic steps of setting up an EvoLogics modem with sandbox. So what is sandbox? EvoLogics modems can be configured with an open environment for developers to test their software and real hardware. We call this environment sandbox. A modem with a sandbox provides all features of a standard EvoLogics modems. It allows to connect directly to modem interface to send and receive data. The sandbox is by default enabled for our S2C WISE modems, a special series for developers. In addition, it allows to run custom software on both of the EvoLogics modems, connecting to the same interface for data transmission. So the sandbox is a GNU Linux container based on the Angstrom distribution. It enables Bash, Tcl, Expect, and web server programming. Moreover, it is supplied with a full GNU cross toolchain for C and C++ software development. Normally, the developer runs his scripts or applications on his own PC and connects PC to the modem's interface for data transmission. When using a modem with sandbox, instead of developer's PC, the scripts and custom software will run in the sandbox, a virtual PC inside the modem. Instead of modem interface, sandbox as a virtual machine will connect to the modem host and the virtual network inside the modem. So here I have a WISE modem with Ethernet interface. I connected the modem to my PC and to 24 voltage power source. I'm now turning on the modem. Let's now connect to the sandbox. I'm establishing an SSH connection to the modem and enter login credentials. In this case, username is root and password EvoLogics. So what we see is welcome to EvoLogics S2C modem sandbox and have fun message. So we are now on board of the sandbox. First, let us check the operating system. So yes, it is GNU Linux as expected, and its network hostname is Evo Sandbox. And look at the file system, it is typical for Linux. Now I will check the connection between the modem and the sandbox in the internal virtual network. So now I connect to this using netcard and open port 9200 and check the modem status with IT?s command. The modem responds with initiation listen. It is ready for data transmission. Now we are ready for programming our first example on board of sandbox. Our first example will be a short shell script. In a while loop, it will send an instant message and request the signal propagation time. First, we are going to the home directory and create a new directory called examples. Inside the directory, I will create a new file called sandem shell. Do done echo. So at the sandem for to modem with acoustic address 1 ac test. Then it will wait for 2 seconds to make sure we get a delivery acknowledgement during this break. Afterwards, we request the signal propagation time with a command @t and forward it to the modem's IP. Port number 9200. So save this file and make it executable. Now I execute the script. What we see here, the modem response is OK. It means that sandem command was accepted and the message will be transmitted. Then we get the delivery report. And afterwards, the response to IT?t commands. In this case, the signal propagation time is something about 160 microseconds, it means 0.1 meter distance between the modems. Such short shell scripts can be written, for example, to process data from a sensor connected to the modem and forward the processed data to a remote device over the acoustic channel. Now we move on to the second example. Let us try out a Hello World example written in C programming language. For this, we need a toolchain to cross-compile our C example. You can find the precompiled binaries under the following link. So lab, EvoLogics, the share. Then you go to EvoLogics sandbox and download the toolchain. To install the toolchain on your PC, go to the directory where you save the downloaded toolchain. I go to the download directory and run. So the toolchain is now installed into the directory user local or your core. Let us now begin with our Hello World program. On our PC, go to the directory that you'd like to have your C example. On my PC, I created a sandbox C hello directory. In this directory, I create a hello C file. So we have our include. And here our printf. And save it. To compile our Hello World example, we have first to set up the shell environment using the source command. We do it here. And to compile the application, we use this compiler, then hello C, output hello. So we have our executable file hello. And the output of file command shows that the hello binary can run on ARM processor. That's what we need. Let us now upload this binary to the modem sandbox and put it to the examples directory. Let us connect to the modem once more to check the uploaded file is in the sandbox. So yes, it is. Here we start our binary, and here we go. We have our Hello World output. For more sandbox examples, you can visit the following link. The lab EvoLogics here, EvoLogics sandbox and examples. In the last video, we made an introduction to EvoLogics framework events. The framework can also be run inside the sandbox. But why is it interesting for developer to run events in the sandbox? The answer is simple: less time and effort. After events-based media access and routing protocols were tested in the lab, running them in real water conditions would require us to interface each modem in the network with its own host PC. Using the sandbox eliminates the need for extra infrastructure, because events runs at the virtual machine inside the modem. In general, the sandbox is a great solution for running custom code on EvoLogics modems, for example, routing protocols or software on top of the networking layer. Events framework that we spoke about in the previous video is the simplest solution for integration with EvoLogics modems, because it offers ready-made open-source Mac and network implementations. It has a built-in parser of the modem's IT commands and saves a tremendous amount of time. Once ready, you simply upload your development to the sandbox and deploy the modem. We plan to make a separate video to show you the details on setting up events in the sandbox, but that's it for now. In conclusion, I'd like to add that technically, each EvoLogics modem can be reconfigured to have sandbox on board. This is not a procedure that the end user can perform, but this functionality is generally available for any modem, not just our Vice series. We can easily update almost any modem, and we can also do this remotely. This is easy as this. There we go, sandbox enabled. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for attention and see you in the next video.